Cool temperatures all across Connecticut this morning is what you're going to wake up and step out the door to, as well as a clear scan on early warning pinpoint Doppler. No precipitation issues for today. In fact, we've got beautiful sunrise views coming in from all across the state with our network of iCam. Start you off in New Haven. Primarily clear, just some scattered high-level cirrus clouds out there. Checking out as well the northwest hills from Torrington, as well from southeast Connecticut. Our view from New London. The sun on its way up is also evidenced through our view in Stores, and as well from Hartford looking east over the Connecticut River. You can actually see this bank of low clouds and fog out there. So we do have locally dense fog in valley locations. Look at Middletown, visibility down to basically nothing at this point, down to around a quarter of a mile, if not less than that. So if you're along the Connecticut River or other valley locations across the state, do plan accordingly for some locally dense fog. But once that lifts, we should see a good amount of sunshine this morning and a mix of sun and clouds this afternoon. Certainly cool statewide, upper 40s in Norwich, also for Willimantic, also at Windsor Locks, 54 in Hartford, 53 for Waterbury, 57 right now in New Haven, and 54 in Groton. Winds are relatively light and variable, if not just calm across the state. And throughout the region, we're quiet here in New England. As we look westward, there are some showers moving across Pennsylvania. The wet weather stays to our west today as high pressure is in control. But the wet weather eventually moves in. We've got high pressure that will move offshore, and the slow-moving cold front will approach and arrive late in the day tomorrow. At the same time, we're going to be tracking tropical depression number 6 that could become Tropical Storm Aaron. The center of the storm stays well offshore. However, some of the moisture gets drawn northward into this approaching storm system. So those two things come together to where late tomorrow and tomorrow night we may have some scattered showers with even some locally heavy downpours on tap here across southern New England. More on that with Futurecast in just a moment. So on the big view here of the Atlantic, again, tropical depression number 6, but also tracking Tropical Storm Dorian. Right now, sustained winds are at 50 miles an hour. It's moving toward the west-northwest. Forecast to stay now as a tropical storm as opposed to strengthening to a hurricane as it passes near or just to the southwest of Puerto Rico. So precautions are being taken there, but as well over Haiti, the Dominican Republic, and then eventually later in the week and through the upcoming weekend, working its way through the Bahamas, and eventually could be an issue for Florida, again, for Saturday and to Sunday. But in the meantime, a little bit closer to home, we do have Tropical Depression 6, again, forecast to become a tropical storm, and when it does so, it will take on the name Aaron. The center of the storm stays well off the east coast of the U.S. as it heads up into the Canadian Maritimes. And this is going to happen Thursday into Friday. Again, some of that moisture gets drawn back into Connecticut as we head into the day tomorrow, later in the day for our Wednesday. That could enhance the threat for some rain here. Otherwise, we're looking for Atlantic-facing coastline for larger swells and rough surf. That being the main impact from that storm, again, as it stays well offshore. So Futurecast showing our sunny start to the day. Clouds mixing in through the course of the afternoon. Dry through this evening. Dry overnight. Tomorrow we'll start off our Wednesday dry with more clouds than sunshine, but then as we head through the afternoon, you can see how that moisture from offshore begins working northward. At the same time, we have showers in association with that front from the west pushing east. So again, kind of all coming together, creating that threat for rain that could be heavy at times tomorrow evening and into tomorrow night, but it's out of here by Thursday morning. Meantime, today, this afternoon, dry weather, sun and clouds, mid and upper 70s inland, mid 70s along the Connecticut shoreline. On our 7-day forecast, once that rain moves out tomorrow night, Thursday, we'll see increasing sunshine, highs in the 80s. Friday, I think a primarily dry day. A weak cold front moves through late in the day before it gets here, warm and muggy, highs in the 80s. And then a slight chance for a shower. I think it's going to be fairly moisture starved. So behind that, we'll turn a little bit cooler, near 80 on Saturday, mostly sunny, upper 70s on Sunday with sun and clouds. And then Labor Day Monday could feature some wet weather, at least some scattered showers. So it doesn't look like the entire 3-day weekend will be a winner, but at least we'll get 2 of the 3 days, at least as we see it now.